The world is so divided. People hate one another over such trivial, meaningless things, and it's just only getting worse, worse and worse. So that's what we're talking about in today's video, what you can do about that. So hello everyone, my name is Autumn Asphodel, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing how divided the world is and what you can do to help bring some peace to maybe some of the people that are around you in your daily life that you realize have a lot of hatred. So enjoy the video.
There is no question that the world is divided. People hate one another, don't want to associate with those who oppose their views, and will look down upon and name-call others who disagree with them. You have a political divide, religious divide, philosophical divide, medical choice divide, and so on. The list is so extensive that it could be anything and everything. The truth is, the difference of opinion has been around since the beginning of time. However, it has been amplified over the years due to bad actors, such as politicians and the news media. In the next video, we'll be discussing how to keep politics separate from your personal life, since that tends to be the biggest source of divide. This divide is nothing new. If we look back to ancient times, we see horrendous crimes that have occurred due to a difference of opinion. This divide back then was caused by similar yet different reasons than it is today. Disagreements with how to rule over the people, the useless eaters, as we're called, who owns the land, who controls the medicine we take, and so on. Propaganda is used to fill the masses with information that is not grounded in reality, and any rational person can see right through it. However, when the people are heavily indoctrinated using fear, thinking their eyes are deceiving them, being lied to again and again, then it's no wonder why they believe whatever they're told from the people who call themselves the elites, who are actually just the obsoletes. The divide these days are caused by people being indoctrinated using a psychological tactic known as mass formation. I have covered this topic, so be sure to check it out. This is a false reality that makes it seem that the masses are on board with the same agenda, but it's actually just a small vocal minority pulling the strings, controlling their perception. It's an illusion of the mind which creates the divide with fear and propaganda. Politicians and the news media are complicit in the deception of the public for power and control. However, people believe them since they are viewed as authoritative figures, yet are nothing more than propaganda outlets spreading fear, misinformation, and conspiracy theories to lie and deceive the masses who are brainwashed enough to believe it, no matter how crazy it is. They make you hate your family, friends, neighbors, and everyone who doesn't agree or fall in line.
People are filled with so much anger and hatred at other people because of information that they've read about. A lot of this misinformation, these conspiracy theories that these people become indoctrinated by, come from people that they trust, such as people in positions of power. And that's primarily where a lot of these conspiracy theories come from. People that are politicians, maybe health authorities, people in other positions of power, such as celebrities that they trust, things along those lines. So they hear these ridiculous theories from these people that are higher up, as well as the news media. That is another major one there that people blindly believe. They hear all that information and they absorb that information. They accept it as true because why would any of those things lie to them? Why would they if they're considered a trusted authority figure? But the truth is, when you actually break it down and look at it, all of those figures are here to divide you. They're meant to divide you so that you fight among each other so that they can continue with their nefarious plans of dividing people more and more and controlling them. Because when you're divided, when you're separated, you have far less power than if you unite.
If you or someone close to you has succumbed to the conspiracy theories they blindly believe on the news media or from the political leaders, then getting through to them may seem impossible. If you see the world around you burning down with lies, meaningless wars, and people hating one another instead of pointing the finger at the individuals who implanted the divide narrative, then it may seem pointless and impossible to actually make progress at rational peace and informing people of what's truly going on. The truth is, no matter what you do, you cannot change someone else. They have to be able to change with an open mind. Don't get frustrated with yourself or them for not seeing things the way you see the world, since that only creates more division. Rather, be patient and plant the seeds of information. Have them question their belief system. Have them realize that there is enough hate in the world that they should love those who have opposing beliefs, since that's what makes the world interesting, diversity. It's also important to make sure your mental health is in check, since it may stress you out dealing with them and bring you down into a state of despair for being unable to help. So the best thing you can do is educate and speak your voice in a calm and collected manner. People will listen and realize you're not some crazy conspiracy theorist nutjob that they've been propagandized to believe, but rather a rational human being that just has a difference of opinion and doesn't want to see the world as divided as it is. Meet new people who have opposing views, and don't look down on them, since there was a time you also succumbed to the propaganda they believe. Let me know how this works for you. Have a great day.
Being able to see things from different perspectives and unite with your fellow human beings to actually point the finger at the correct people who are doing these horrible things to you is a very, very, very hard thing to do, because so many people are so blinded by the misinformation that they hear that they are not able to be happy. They're not able to be happy with themselves. They're not able to accept other people in their beliefs. There's so much divide and so much hatred that people can't just let that go and just accept the fact that everyone is different. Everyone has a unique perspective. So the best thing you can do is just plant a seed of information, something that will allow them to question their reality. Maybe they believe something so strongly that they heard about from, whatever political party that they follow, or the news media, or things along those lines. Maybe give them some information that makes them question some of that. Because if you come right out with some of the information, they're going to shut you down. They're going to deny you. They're going to reject you, maybe even develop some anger and hatred towards you. So the best thing you can do, just plant a seed and just have them question it themselves. They have to be the one to change. So I'm really curious to hear what your thoughts are on this topic. Let me know what information that you have been able to get out of this and what you can do to help other people who have so much intense hatred. It's so sad to see how much hatred people have. I see it all around me. See all this division all over the place. But I think it's very important to unite. Unite and understand that everyone is different. So I'm really curious to hear your thoughts. So you all take care. Have a great one, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.